Welcome, everybody, to the second game of a doubleheader here at UCCS in Colorado Springs. I'm George Holden, joined by the coach, Brian Blanc. And if you just getting with us, the women's team, the Mountain Lions, they dropped a tough one earlier to Colorado Mesa just a little while ago. Now we're getting set for the men's game here, the tip-off. And in case you watched last night, this UCCS team pulled out a nail-biter, 105-100 in overtime over Western State. It was a total overall team effort. Found themselves at times 17 to 18 points down, but they came back, they fought, and they were able to get it done. We'll see, Coach, how much they have left in the tank here tonight, coming off a long, hard-fought game last night. Big one is that one of the guards, Brandon Malone, he won't be playing tonight, so they're going to be going with a smaller set at the backcourt, and they're going to look to run early.
Yeah, look for Coach Culver to get into some different sets, maybe even throwing some different wrinkles to his offense, playing with the lineup tonight. It's always hard when you come off of an overtime win with the emotions and the effort that it takes to get over the hump in an overtime win here, to come back the next day and fight against a good Mesa State, Colorado Mesa University team.
Yep. So early on the women's side, Mesa State, the Mavericks, they get it done. Now is an opportunity for the men's team to try to go 2 in a row on this weekend here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Had a lot of fun in the first game. It's been a fun weekend. This will be the late game. Well, we should say the late game tonight. And on the floor for UCCS, Ed Bjork, Pontiac Wang, Isaiah Wilson, Elijah Ross, and Justin Smith. And I like the look of Wilson and Ross in the backcourt. Coaches for the visitors, Mesa State, Dutch Johnson assistant, Jim Heaps assistant, Andy Shantz head coach. Ed Burke wins the tip. Isaiah Wilson, and we're off and running at the Lions Den. Elijah Ross, he had a big night last night. Burke, good quick movement. Pontiac Wang, he's the guy that tied the game up to go to overtime. Ross to Wilson. They've got a speedy front court. Smith underneath and gets the bucket. So the Mountain Lions draw first blood.
Nice baseline move there, nice strong move to the basket.
Mesa. Jumper. Good rebound. Elijah Ross bringing it down the floor. Wilson will go for three. Got it! Wilson buries it from three-point land.
That one was downtown, Colorado Springs.
From Columbia, Missouri. 5-0, Mountain Lions. Damon Dumont.
We're going to see who's going to establish early here a paint presence to see who I think will really dominate this basketball game inside the paint.
Shot off by Hoffer. Here comes Ross. Pontiac Wang. Inside, loses control. And it'll go back Mesa State way. The head coach for the home team, the Mountain Lions, Jeff Culver, in his 6th season. Assistant coaches Alex Snyder, Jeff Sweet, and Josh Thies. Eric Simpkin, graduate assistant. Press defense by the Mountain Lions. They'll go for the throw early.
Well, I think what they're trying to do with this press is eat up some shot clock time. You can get down here and you can take, 5 to 8 seconds off of them getting into their offense. That's less time you have to play defense in the half court.
Pontiac Wang, good hands. It's a steal. Back to Wilson. He thought about it. Oh! And the strip. Good looking pass. C.J. Davis out of Scottsdale, Arizona gets the strip. Long outside shot by Emilio Acedo. Pontiac Wang. Or say Petit. Justin Smith. Bjork. Got it! The big guy from Melbourne, Australia. 6'7", 215. They're off to a quick start.
Nice soft touch on the rim. Good looking shot by the Australian.
Off. It'll go UCCS way. So Justin Smith will inbound to Elijah Ross. Made his living at the free throw line last night. Padit Wang. I'm sorry, Wilson. DeMark to Padit Wang on the left elbow. Back to Ross. Justin Smith. Got it! UCCS on a 9-0 run. And overall team shooting's impressive.
Yeah, they're getting good looks at the basket, running their offense, executing well.
Good defense by Padit Wang. With the ball now, Brandon Hoffer, junior guard. Back to Connor Nichols. Nice little lay-in. First points of the game for Mesa State. Ross brings it down the floor. Ross.
To the basket. He's going to
travel on Elijah Ross. Jeff Culver have words with the official. I like him. He's animated.
Yeah, I didn't think it really was a travel either. I think that he may have on that move. You have to land on 2 feet, and he may not have.
That's why he may have called it. Here we go inside to Connor Nichols. He needs help. Steal, Justin Smith. Padit Wang down the floor. And he's going to get the strip. And down the floor. Another steal almost by Ross. So both teams are getting after it early. Got it. That was Connor Nichols, Scottsdale, Arizona, the junior guard. So it's a 5-point advantage, Mountain Lions. Getting ready to check in number 15, Colton Peterson out of Lakewood, Colorado for Mesa. And number 4, Trent Clay, Smoky Hill. I've heard that name before. The junior guard. Timeout on the floor and 15:37 left in the first half. Coach, great start by the Mountain Lions, and the Mesa State Mavericks kind of cut into that a little bit. But I like what I'm seeing with the shooting by the Mountain Lions as a team.
Yeah, they're coming out shooting well. They're executing their offense, so they're getting good looks at the basket. You know what? They came down the floor twice in a row and have had turnovers. So they got to clean that up a little bit. And so I'm sure Coach Culver's talking to him about that. The other thing is, this game is a game of runs. So they're going to have to. Mesa's going to have a run at some point, so they're going to have to stop that.
Yep. So it's Jeff Culver, very animated head coach for UCCS, talking with his crew. Emotional victory last night in overtime. So far, UCCS playing well.
4 for 4, shooting right now 100% when they're getting their shot. Problem is they have 2 turnovers.
Yep. And those will eat that up quick.
Excuse me, they have 5 turnovers.
And right now, Colorado Mesa on the season, they're 8-10, 4-8 in the RMAC. UCCS 7-11, 4-8. They're both identical records in conference.
It's going to be a good one tonight, folks. Stay tuned.
Here we go, bringing it down the floor, Brandon Hoffer. To Hoffer, he's the trigger man for the Mavericks. Jumper. Got it. Great shot by Emilio Acedo at Tucson, Arizona, the junior guard.
Like I said, they have to stop the run.
And Barnes in the game now for UCCS. Jonathan Barnes, number 22. A steal. And they'll call Wilson for the foul.
Got him for the hand check or the block there. Got to get in front. And turn that guy on defense.
So inbounding on the other side will be Trent Clay, Aurora, Colorado. Loses control. They're still fighting for it. And Peterson came up with it. Inside. And he gets the shot. Damon Dumonts, Temecula, California. 6'9", 215.
Good-looking kid. He's long. It's like he got that little jump hook and have to jump to that outside shoulder.
Yep. And Dalton Walker in the game now for UCCS. He had a monster night. He was the difference last night for UCCS. Ross to Wilson to Walker. Another foul. That'll go against Acedo.
Another hand check.
2 quick fouls. And McDonald.
Referee warning those guys to keep their mouth shut. They're out there.
I'm sure they have to do that a lot.
You know, they come, you know, they don't like the call, so they're going to talk to the referee. They won't put up for that long.
Nope. Barnes. Oh! Barnes drops the hammer for the Mountain Lions.
Nice rebound. That's a way to crash those offensive boards. And he gets the nice dunk.
That's a big body, too. Jonathan Barnes, 6'10", 240. Out of Ponderosa High School. The Mavericks, the cutter underneath. Misses, and Walker will get it back to Ross. Good job by the Mountain Lions. Walker, the fadeaway. That dropped last night.
That's a tough shot early.
Yep.
Needs to get some type of rhythm going on with that jumper.
Inside again. Ross will get it. Good job by Barnes, boxing out.
Coach Culver wanted that over the back call.
Ross is boss from outside.
Nice little stop, pop.
Let it
Bottom
drop.
of the net.
Yep. Elijah Ross out of Eagle Crest High School. They've had some good teams.
Yes, they've had a couple of state championships there too.
They have. Emilio Acedo with another shot from Tucson, Arizona. Sal Point Catholic. Ross, his team lead by 4. Walker looking for some help on the baseline. Ball's knocked, and they said it went off Walker.
Coach Culver's asking his guys to move. They got to move. They get stagnant. You get stagnant on the offensive end. That's when bad things happen. You got to continue to move. If you ever watch Steph Curry and Klay Thompson for the Warriors, they're always moving, always on the move.
Number 50, Filip Nowicki from Poland, 6'10", 250, the junior center for Mesa State.
Like they're going to go a little size for size here.
Yep, big on big. Barnes. And it says, official says it's off gold.
Last touch, I think they said Ian McDonald got a tip on that.
Inbound Mavericks. 12-14 left in this first half. And Ross fighting with Nowicki. Ross is 5'11", 180 against Nowicki, 6'10", 250, so he's pretty fearless.
That's a little like Goliath going against Goliath.
Yeah. This kid is fearless, a lot of heart.
I think he said the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I would agree. Inbound, Mavericks. Shot clock starts again.
They're going to get Nowicki for an illegal screen. You can't turn and take up space as you're screening.
So we've got Nowicki from Poland for Mesa, and we've got Bjork from Melbourne, Australia. Pretty cool. Different parts of the globe love basketball.
It's all over the world.
Yep. Ross, Walker from outside. Got it!
Caught in rhythm, nice little shot. Feet were ready, set down.
And
Burning those nets down.
I gave him his nickname last night, Dangerous Dalton Walker. Don't leave him open. Pulls the trigger on that one. Feed inside to Nowicki. And tied out on the floor. 11:33 left in this first half. The Mountain Lions, the home team, enjoying a 7-point advantage over the Mavericks from Colorado Mesa. I'm George Holden. He's the coach, Brian Blanc. Folks, stick with us. We'll be right back. Back to action here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. RMAC basketball. Petit Wang out to Justin Smith, the Lewis Palmer product. Walker, the jumper gets knocked. That got knocked away, but Van Pelt gets it back. Isaiah Wilson, but it goes back to the Mavericks. Running the floor and gets the bucket. Connor Nichols, the junior guard, made a good play.
It was a great move to the basket. You can't. Mountain Lions can't throw those lofty passes like that. That basketball needs to be on the line.
Yep. Petit Wang. Walker. Oh, in and out. Walker will get it back. Good hustle. Wilson. Wilson to Smith. Back to Walker. Working for the good shot.
Nice
Petit
double
Wang.
screen.
Drives, kicks out. Wilson. In and out.
Nice ball movement, nice execution. Good shot, just got to get it to fall.
And he got the shot, got the love of the rim. Colton Peterson, the freshman. 6'2" guard. 3-point game. Closing in on 10 minutes in this first half. Van Pelt all the way out to Petit Wang. Wilson.
Can't get stagnant on offense.
And it'll stay. But coming in, Elijah Ross checks in. Number 33, Emilio Aceno, and number 3, CJ Davis. Davis, Scottsdale, Arizona. You got a few players here from Scottsdale. You got Connor Nichols, Davis, different players. Oh, they got a player from Sweden, Gothenburg, Sweden. Ludwig Sald. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Ludwig Sald. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Off the rim. Smith will get it and stays with the Mountain Lions.
New 30-second clock here. They need to run some offense. They need to wear the Mavericks down a little bit here.
Yep. Smith to Ross. Back to Wilson. Wilson looking for a little help. Ross tries to knife his way in. Momentarily lost. And fought for. Travel
violation.
Go. Wow. Davis came up with it.
Go back to the Mavericks. He rolled over.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to give it
the Mountain Lions.
To the Mountain Lions. Called to travel before.
Yep.
Nice kick.
And the shot. Wilson. This extends the lead. UCCS setting the tempo. Almost got the steal.
Got to play solid, sit on defense, play good defense here. Get another stop.
For three. In and out. Ross will get it. Here come the Mountain Lions. Justin
Nice
Smith.
post entry. Nice
York.
find.
Got it! Bork with that nice touch, the big guy. Drains it.
Good find there. You know, going to the basket, kick out. Good find for the Mountain Lions.
And Wilson, and Padit Wang with a steal to Wilson. And the lay-in, the 1-2 punch.
No, I like to see that unselfish play right there. Get it up the floor. Get it to your partner for the nice little lay-in.
Nicely done. And UCCS on a run here. They lead by 10, 8:24 left in this first half. RBAC basketball. In case you're just joining us, where the teams stand right now, these two teams. Colorado Mesa, they are 8-10 on the season, 4-8 in the RBAC. UCCS, they're 7-11 and 4-8, identical records in conference. So kind of a mirror image there.
Right.
First field goal percentage just before the earlier break, 77.8% for UCCS, 100% 3 of 3 on three-pointers. That's a good night. Field goals for Colorado Mesa, that's a story, 5 of 13 for 38.5%. UCCS as a team is just shooting better right now.
Yeah, that's the story. They're just getting the ball in the basket. So earlier in the year, Mesa State, looking at their schedule, they played CSU, lost 86-75. You know, so you're going up against a affordable opponent here tonight. Got a 10-point lead.
If you're a UCCS fan, you got to be happy. As Colorado Mesa gets set to take the floor again. Some of the players on this Mesa roster, we have one from Colorado Springs, a freshman, Brimble, number 1. He's 5'11", 165, out of Doherty High School. They've had some pretty good basketball players, right?
Yeah, Doherty's put out a few of them. And Brevin last year had a great season at Doherty. I'm glad to see he made it to
next level.
Mesa.
They're looking for movement, back to action. Good defense. They're all over it, the Mountain Lions. They're making Colorado Mesa work.
Shot clock down to 8.
Yep. They got to get, oh, the stuff by Bjork. Shot clock at 2. Great defense. Elijah Ross trying to get the bench up. Hey, come on, guys.
Saying, hey, give us a hand. That was rough.
He's
Some
like, I'll
good
go ahead and
defense.
take a bow.
We got after it.
That's funny. So Ross brings it down to Bork. Wilson. Wilson kicks it out. Wilson. And the board, Mavericks. Comes down with it. That's Connor Nichols. That shot's off.
They can't fall in love with the long 3 ball again like the earlier game we had.
Yep.
Recognized and said, we're going to go to the basket.
So to go on Bork. And he'll go to the line. That's Emilio Acedo, junior guard. And checking back in, Philippe Nowicki, the junior center for Colorado Mesa. So he'll be matched up on Bork this time.
We'll see how they battle underneath. It's going to be a good matchup.
Australia versus Poland underneath. First shot, got it. Acedo cuts the deficit.
Got to keep movement.
Yep. Smith kicks it out. Wilson to Ross. Ross back to Smith. Shot clock at 7. Ross with the little lefty and finishes.
That's a great recognition of the shot clock coming down. Let's attack the basket, see what we can pick up.
Yep. Ross picking up where he left off last night. And the lay-in by Aceno.
Can't get beat on the back door.
Nice
Got to
play.
get that head whip a little bit quicker. But my question is, that help side, that backside over there has to come over and help out on that.
Yep. Petit Wang loses control. Aceno ends up with it. Long pass. And the shot by Nichols. 5-point game.
Looks like Mesa State moving from man-to-man to a 2-3 zone. Should make it a little bit easier to get the ball moving around the perimeter here. Let's see if they can get that ball inside to the big fella.
Yep. And Walker and Barnes look to check in, and so does McDonald for UCCS. The shot by Justin Smith. Knocked away. Peterson came down with it. Aceno. The charge. On Aceno.
Nice. Got his feet down, got set, draw that charge. That is coaches love it when you're willing to stick your body in there and take a little contact so we can go the other way.
Yep. 5.5 minutes in a rapidly moving first half. Ross brings it down. To Walker. Wants Barnes, but knocked out of bounds by Trent Clay of Colorado Mesa.
Coach Culver wanting that foul. They're staying there grabbing our arms.
Inside to Barnes. Back to Wilson. Ross. Wilson will put it up. Got it! Wilson with the hot hand for the Mountain Lions. Extends the lead.
Nice little outside jump shot with the shot clock winding down.
So UCCS keeps pulling away. Back door, back to Nowicki. On Barnes, it's off. Rebound, Ross.
Here come the Mountain Lions on a break.
The jumper, Ross! Oh, he's feeling it. Lets it fly.
He thought he got hit on the arm too.
And the shot, and it'll go to the line.
Goaltending. A
Goaltending.
goaltending counter. Hit the backboard and then they hit it. It's an automatic goaltending call.
He's still upset, Connor Nichols. He thought he was fouled. Of course, time anybody goes up to shoot, coach, don't they always think they're fouled? For the most part. When you get inside traffic, most everybody thinks they're fouled. That's why when you play street ball, I hate calling your own fouls, because that's relative.
It's
That
going to
is
get
so
called
relative.
every time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's a lot of body contact going down underneath.
Arms
I
flying around.
think the officials are doing a good job of letting them play through that.
Yep. So Dalton Walker will inbound under the hoop for the Mountain Lions. 4:08 left in this half. UCCS would like nothing better than to win back-to-back games after that emotional, thrilling victory last night over Western State in overtime. I love watching Jeff Culver. He's been to get the hand stuff, and he's verbal.
Yeah, he gets after it. He's very animated. He gets into the game. It's great to watch.
Elijah Ross. Barnes tries to set up. Ross spins around. McDonald from outside. Got it, McDonald! And as a team, the Mountain Lions, they're hot.
They're shooting the ball well right now. And, you see it in Elijah Ross's face. and he's pumping them up, and keep that positive emotion going. That's a great sign.
So Mesa looking for an answer. Shot off. Rebound, Ross. Ross has had a lot of boards. Shortest player on the floor. Knocked away. The pass by David Dumontz. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. The home team, the Mountain Lions at UCCS, they lead 35-23 over Colorado Mesa. George Holden with the coach, Brian Blanc. Folks, stick with us. Elijah Ross back here at UCCS in Colorado Springs with the shot. No good. Rebound. Trent Clay. Here comes Colorado Mesa. With the ball was Hoffer. Long range shot. Got it. Buries it. Colton Peterson, the freshman. And Colorado Mesa trying to find a way to keep up.
From right up the road here in Lakewood?
Yep. But the Mountain Lions impressive with team shooting so far in this first half. They've all done well. Walker off the back of the rim, rebound. Connor Nichols.
Shooting 60% right now. That's pretty good.
Yep.
But here's the better stat. 7 for 10 from the three-point line.
Yep. That's always a good night. Foul underneath. And Van Pelt gets the number 24, gets the foul for the Mountain Lions. Nichols with the ball.
Good man-to-man defense by the Mountain Lions here.
The little layup, and Panit Wang, good board. Here comes Ross.
Got a little spring in his step.
Yep. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes in this first half. Mountain Lions have picked up where they left off last night. Ross turns, swivels around, and drives and says, I'll take the easy bucket.
Nice little spin move to the bucket. Nobody came over for Mesa State. I'm surprised they didn't have anybody come over and help.
I think, Coach, he was a little surprised how open he was. Turns around.
Yeah, he had the look in his eye like, hey, I have this ball right here by the basket. I'm just going to score.
David Dumontz misses, brings it back down the Mountain Lions again. Ross to Walker. Inside Van Pelt, steal by Dumontz. Here comes Colorado Mesa, swatted away by Elijah Ross. Denied. And that was Brandon Hoffer. Wow.
Got a little hops too.
Ross's boss. I mean, this kid, again, 5'11", and plays a lot bigger than that. Pull-up jumper, got it. Nichols, that's his spot.
He likes it, yeah. Ross says, I will not have any of that weak sauce.
Petite leg for the Mountain Lions. Under a minute, first half, to Ross. Underneath to Van Pelt. He'll get the foul. Good feed by Ross.
Nice little lob pass in there. Here's the key to that. Ross read the backside of the defense and saw that next guy back was too far away and he can't get to my pass, so I'm going to get it inside on the lob pass.
Yep.
Worked out well for the Mountain Lions.
Van Pelt gets the first one. Checking in McDonald, number 21 for the Mountain Lions. And Smith checks out. Checking in for Mesa, number 3, C.J. Davis, Scottsdale, Arizona.
We got any youngsters watching? That's what you have to do when you're entering the ball into the post. Read the backside of the defense.
Little tip there from Coach Blanc. Mesa, 40 seconds and running.
It's like we're going to have a foul.
Yep.
Which the UCCS fans probably looking for the travel, but maybe got pushed a little bit on that one.
Bjork will check in for UCCS, number 25. He's checking in for Van Pelt. Van Pelt out of Highland, Utah. Weber State transfer. Colorado Mesa, under 30 seconds with the ball. 10-point lead for the Mountain Lions. They'd like to be stingy on this trip. And it goes.
Nice.
Offensive foul, and it goes back UCCS way. And they got 21 seconds, plenty of time.
You got to love Ross. That's 2 he's taken today. Positively just picking his team up all night long so far.
Yep. Ross has been the answer. He is the point man, the trigger man for UCCS. When he's on, he sets everything up.
You know, that's the job of the point guard, is come out. We're going to set the tone. I'm going to make sure that my teammates are in good spirits. I'm going to run the show. I'm going to make sure they're in their offense. That's their job.
You've been watching this game a long time. We're watching Elijah Ross. To me, he's a mixture of 2 guys that played in the NBA, and I'm giving him kudos here. A guy named John Stockton and another guy that used to play for the Phoenix Suns, Steve Nash. He kind of has a little bit of both, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he can get to the basket, but he can make that good pass, those nice dishes. You know, I'd like to see him get off on the screen and roll a little bit more.
Yep. Fun to watch. Ross is out. Actually, no, he's in. I apologize. Bringing it down the floor. 17 seconds. Mountain Lions with a 10-point lead. They'd like a couple more before break. Wilson under 10. Out to Walker inside. Bjork beautifully orchestrated. Turns around with a little finger roll. And that is it, the first half. UCCS. Dominant performance in this first half over Colorado Mesa. They're up 40-28. What a way to end the half there, too.
Nice job of controlling the clock. They came down, time and score. Looks like they've practiced that, and I can almost guarantee that that's something that Coach Culver does in practice almost every day, is practice situations in practice where, okay, we need to get a score at the end of a half. We need to get a score at the end of a quarter. They came down and they executed to a T.
Yep, this is George Holden along with the coach Brian Blanc. We're at halftime here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. UCCS enjoying a 40-28 halftime lead. Pretty dominant performance in the first half. And the story, coach, has been UCCS team shooting, but Elijah Ross is setting things up and putting all the pieces together. And right now, it's working well.
You know, they're playing well together. They're playing as a team. They're getting everybody involved in the offense. Defensively, they're putting it out on the line and doing what they need to do to get stops every time down the floor. They've done a great job shooting the ball. With 3:30 to go in the half, they were shooting 70% from the three-point line.
That's impressive.
That is crushing it.
Yep, absolutely. You know, contrastly, you look at Colorado Mesa. A couple guys have made some big shots. Colton Peterson, Emilio Acedo, number 33, he's had some good shots, but Brandon Hoffer had some pretty good play in there. But really, when you look at the matchups so far, UCCS with their bench rotations, they've just done a better job.
Yeah, I think so. They've done I think Coach Culver with Brandon going down, he's had to really figure out what his lineups are going to look like, and so doing a great job with that tonight. They're Colorado Mesa, I think size has given them an issue at this point. Size is a problem for them.
Yep, and their big guy, Philippe Nowicki, number 56'10", he matched up on 6'10" Barnes. Barnes did a pretty good job banging around to the paint with him. He took the advantage early. That's just one half down. We got one half to go. That's why we play two halves. Having a lot of fun here. Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Basketball, NCAA Division II in Colorado Springs at the Lions Den. He's the coach, Brian Block. I'm George Holden. Folks, we're at halftime. Stick with us. Have fun. We're going to get it done. We'll be right back for second half action in Colorado Springs.
Success. Find yours here at UCCS.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Innovation.
It's imagination that turns good ideas
into great ideas.
It cultivates creativity
and skills for a modern world.
Innovation drives us together.
Innovation is a small idea sprouting into a big one.
Innovation provides solutions for the problems facing our communities. Inspires new ideas and new ways to shape humanity.
Paving a path for the future.
Bachelor of Innovation.
The transformation of ideas into impact.
Only at UCCS.
The majestic mountain lion, the perfect combination of size and deadly agility. This big cat is capable of speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, when properly motivated. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion. The mountain lion is one of the strongest members of the feline family. The average mountain lion lives 5 times a day and consumes up to 3 times its weight in protein. It shares many characteristics with its domestic counterparts, the good and the bad. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
My name is Al Wilson. I'm the main stage event coordinator for the Office of Student Activities, which is the department that brought you Roar Days. OSA handles everything from X to Z when it comes to the planning of Roar Days. We do the budgeting, the event coordinating, the execution, as well as partnering with other departments to really bring a successful week of events to campus. The whole point of Roar Days is to bring a week of events that kind of bring students together on campus when they're not in class. The weather's starting to warm up, and we really want to try to reach as many students as possible. We do different events that hit different demographics. The driving kind of focuses towards commuters, or the black light might be towards residential students. And we just try to reach all the students and bring them together. It's been incredible to go to school here the past few years and really get to be part of that community and see whether it's athletic events or a homecoming dance. Students always come out and they're always excited to be there. And it's a really great experience.
The majestic mountain lion, one of nature's most powerful predators. Primarily indigenous to the Americas, this big cat is known to make its home just about anywhere. Although most consider them to be solitary in nature, these big cats actually show advanced social intelligence. This cat is known to be territorial, and as such will fiercely defend its territory from other big cats, employing a blend of power and stealth. Except during courtship. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
Well, today we are hosting the first or inaugural Bike Summit in Colorado Springs. People are here today to focus on bike advocacy, bike friendliness, and work toward having a stronger bike culture in our community.
It's a much lower bar to entry than I think a lot of people think it is, because you don't need a really expensive bike. You can ride whatever bike you have. It's not as complicated as I think some people make it out to be.
Just get out there, try and become a voice. It's those voices that are going to affect change, and that's what we need here.
At the end of the day, it's really taking that energy and harnessing it in some way, and then getting it to really move the needle, to talk to policymakers, to be talking to our business environment.
We all need to work together to make Colorado Springs a friendlier place for biking.
I think this is a big deal, though. I think we're going to look back at this day and say that was a watershed moment, that it really sort of started a new chapter in bicycling in Colorado Springs.
I think one of the things that I was really surprised by at UCCS was that even though there are 11,000 students here, it feels like a small campus. So get to know the faculty really well.
You always get that one-on-one connection to your professor, you get to know your classmates, and it's just a really good learning environment.
The campus is amazing. Just getting to walk from building to building and see the view is really spectacular.
There's tons of support for students on campus. It comes from Excel centers and tutoring labs that they have.
There's always a lot of stuff to do on campus for active students like myself. I'm in a sorority on campus and I love all the friends I've made there.
What I like most about UCCS is that we have a real desire to grow and stretch ourselves and our push to become something greater.
It started with an idea.
At 40-28, they're up on Colorado Mesa from Grand Junction. And if this is an indication, last night we saw this same men's team fall down by as many as 17, 18 points. We talked about that to a pretty good Western State team. They found a way to crawl out of the hole and pull it out in overtime. And right now, they're not in that kind of position fighting for their lives. Right now, they're playing pretty good team basketball, shooting extremely well. They're 70% from the three-point line, and they're keeping Colorado Mesa at bay. Coach, just in layman's terms, it looks like UCCS, the men's team, they just need more of the same in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They need to come out and remind the Mavericks who's winning this basketball game. The first 3 minutes are going to be crucial.
Right.
The first 3 minutes of this half are going to be crucial because they have to come out and they still have to set the pace and they have to set the tempo for this half. They did well the first half. We don't want it to come back and be a tale of two teams here. You got to come out and you got to show and remind the Mavericks who's winning this game.
Well said. So we're getting set for the second half action. Clock's down to under 10 seconds, getting set for the inbound. The Colorado Mesa Mavericks in the red, white, and gold trim. The home team, UCCS, in the gold with the black and white trim. They're playing team basketball, and the trigger man, Elijah Ross, having another good night. And overall team shooting, as we said, couldn't ask for much more. Jeff Culver and his crew doing a good job. They've got one more half to go, and they can have back-to-back wins this weekend here at home. You always like to win when you're at home. And as you say, I say for the Mountain Lions, they do good at home. Sometimes they hurt a little more when they roam. So,
yeah, you got to defend your home court. This is our house.
Yep.
You got to make that your mantra. We protect our house.
Petit Wang kicks it back out. Ross for three. Pick it up where he left off. And get a big smile on his face. He's got a good reason to smile. He's played good basketball.
That's right. When you knock those down, that'll put a smile on any basketball player's face.
So the lead extends. Mavericks are just trying to find a way to keep pace. The turnaround jumper. Got it. Nice little shot, David Dubose. The junior center, 6'9", out of Temecula, California. Nice move there.
He's long. You got to jump his shoulder every time he's gone to that same shoulder.
Wow, Wilson dropping it from outside. Kid's got ice water in his veins tonight. He's feeling it. 16-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Turnaround shot, gets it again. Dubose, second time down the floor, same shot.
You got to make him turn the other way.
Make him uncomfortable.
That's right, and because if you've noticed that he's done that same move every time he's caught the ball.
Back to Ross. Trying to cut for Petit Wang, and the foul. Ross, I like Ross. He's got the hand motion, man, and he's animated with his facial expressions. He's like, hey, I'm trying to get these guys going where they need to go.
Over here having a talk with Coach Culver, seeing they're trying to get his team where they need to be on the floor.
Yep.
Because when the offense breaks down, he's the one out there playing, and he has to make sure that they're in the spots that they need to be in as that point guard.
David Dumont checks out. Number 23, number 50, Nowicki checks back in for the Mavericks. Petit Wang came up big at the line last night. And in and out, gets the first, but not the second one. Just starting the second half, if you've joined us. Running jumper, got it for the Mavericks. C.J. Davis out of Scottsdale, Arizona, the senior guard, buries it.
Got to be careful. You got to cover up those threes. You don't want them to come back and equalize.
Yep, you don't want to get lax in this position. Bjork! Oh, the little jumper. Turnaround roller. Mavericks bring it down. Nowicki. And Barnes will check in for UCCS, number 22. Acevedo. Or Acevedo, excuse me.
Inside. Got to reach in there on Elijah.
Elijah Ross.
Doesn't look like he agrees.
Bjork comes out, and Smith for UCCS. Justin Smith. I believe he won a state championship up there with Lewis Palmer, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
For years, they were knocking on the door, and they had a team called Sierra that just kept getting in the way.
That's right. And then
Barnes!
Bill Benton and Russ McKinstry. When they took
Russ
over up there.
McKinstry, longtime coach in Southern Colorado. If you hear the name Brian Blanc, my broadcast partner, sound familiar in Colorado basketball, it's because him and his dad been at this game a long time.
Been doing it 22 years.
What's the biggest thing about how coaching you ever learned from your dad, if you had to narrow it down to one thing that just stuck with you?
You would have to ask that one thing.
Just what, even as a kid, that just stuck with you?
I think the biggest thing is what I got out of him is just you got to work hard at this game. And if it's something you love to do, you either find a way or you make a way.
Well said. Find a way or make a way. Someday the Blancs will come out with their own book for basketball quotes. Acevedo. Shot clock at 15. Inside. They're going to call the foul. Acevedo will go to the line. The junior guard, 6'4", 190, Tucson, Arizona. They've got a few Arizona, a couple Scottsdales. They got a Tucson. We
Very
also
diverse.
have Colin Rardin from Lone Tree, Colorado. Broomfield, Colorado Legacy, Tyler Converse. So pretty good roster there. You always wonder how coaches in college look for high school kids, like where they recruit. Is it film? Is it because today's day, Acevedo hits the first one. This day of internet, social media, that's changed the game, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
has it made it easier?
It is to a sense, but coaches still want to know
who
the little things. So when they're out there recruiting, they already know you're a good basketball player.
Who are you as a person?
They want to know who you are as a person. Are you coachable? What is this kid's attitude like? What are his grades like? Is he a discipline issue? Those are the types of things coaches really want to know. They want good kids playing on their basketball teams.
Oh, Petit Wang, great defense. Smothering defense. Oh! The feed by Ross. They had a couple alley-oops last night. Looked reminiscent there for a second. I love this kid, number 10 for UCCS. Look at the long arms and the reach. He's gifted. He's graceful. And I was telling one of the dads during halftime, he reminds me as his style, a smaller version of David Robinson, the way he plays.
Yeah, I mean, he's long, he's lean. He gets down the floor. I'd like to see him get out on a break and see what happens.
He'll get the foul. Cutting back door, number 3, C.J. Davis.
They're
He'll
going to
shoot
get
2.
Barnes again.
Barnes, yep. And so it looks like Barnes is going to be coming out. Van Pelt will check in. Kind of a 3-man rotation in there. Dalton Walker will check in.
They really have to take care of it defensively right now. You know, we're only 4 minutes in, and Mesa's trimming this lead, so they gotta tighten the bootstraps a little bit.
Yep. And Wilson will check out as well. Jonathan Barnes, had a chance to meet him after the Shadron State game I did, the first game in December. Shook hands with him and lost my hand. Just swallowed it.
It's a big boy.
Yep. He looks like a outside linebacker or a tight end.
Yes. He is. Let me rephrase that. He is a big man.
Yes, he is. McDonald in for UCCS. Walker looking for help. Petit Wang back to Ross. Shot clock at 9. And he's directing traffic, telling somebody to move. Ross kicks it out. McDonald off the rim. Rebound. Goes to Trent Clay. Aceto. And Walker with the steal.
Turnover.
Cut 8-way. Oh! To McDonald. Kaboom! That's a statement dunk right there. Beautiful execution by the Mountain Lions.
Get out on the break. Gonna have an illegal screen here on the kid from Poland.
Yep.
Nowicki.
Petit Wang to McDonald.
That was nice.
I like that setup.
That was nice. Came down, played, it was 3-on-1. He really had his choice which way he wanted to go.
Well, timeout. Colorado Mesa. We'll take a quick one as well. UCCS up 50-37. They're trying to run away with this and win back-to-back games here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. George Holden, the coach, Brian Block. Hope you're enjoying NCAA Division II basketball, RMAC style. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Back to the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Men's basketball, UCCS with the ball and the lead. Dalton Walker will inbound to Ross. Ross is great off the dribble. Back to Walker. Inside to Van Pelt, the big guy. Looking for a shot. Nothing there. Back out to Ross. Knifes his way underneath. Justin Smith fights for it. Loose ball. Mesa comes down with it. Bringing it down the floor, Hoffer.
Not a bad series that time for the Mountain Lions, but they had to take care of the ball better.
Aceto, rebound. He'll take the shot. Rebound again, Colorado Mesa. And gets the spin and the shot. Brandon Hoffer on Ross.
You get 4 shots at it. One of them's about to go down. You got to hit the boards, fellas.
The math's in your favor. Petit Wang. Cutting. Walker tried to dish off to Van Pelt and got knocked away.
Little too unselfish. I think he should have went up for that shot.
Yep. Van Pelt comes out. Bork checks in. The officials for tonight's game, Warren Smith, Thomas Pontarelli, and Zach Nelson. Elijah Ross. Feed inside to Smith. You don't get the foul. I love the way Ross sets the big guys up.
Yeah, he uses
He reads situations.
Yeah, he uses situation to his advantage.
I like the fact, too, 5'11", he got a big attitude. Timeout. Andy Shantz, the head coach. Jim Heaps, assistant. Dutch Johnson, assistant coaches for the Colorado Mesa Mavericks. Jeff Cover, the head man for these Mountain Lions for UCCS, along with his assistants Alex Snyder, Jeff Sweet, Josh Thies, the graduate assistant Eric Simpkin. It's warm, in case you're watching from somewhere other than Colorado Springs. Very warm day today, about 60 degrees. It's supposed to be about 19 degrees tomorrow morning, so It's one of the things I found out, Coach. Most people that come to Colorado from another state and move here, the most difficult thing to get used to is the rapid weather change. It's not boring.
Yeah.
You go from 60 to 19 like that.
Yeah, wait 10 minutes.
Yep.
It could go from 60 to 19 in 10 minutes if, you know, but the one thing about Colorado, 365 days out of the year, you're going to have sunshine.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a misconception. I ran into somebody a while back from Arizona. Never been to Colorado. This is the first time. And they were looking for, where's all the snow? And I said, there's a misconception. When it snows here, it melts. It doesn't stick around. You go to the Midwest, the East Coast, that stuff sticks around. I said, here, it's not like that. He had no idea. He said, I thought it's the Rocky Mountains. Yeah, but because of the altitude, the temperature, this stuff melts like pronto. It's gone. Which
Closer
is a big
to
advantage.
the sunshine.
Yeah. Yep, a lot of sunshine. Colorado Springs is a good place to be. I moved away twice, then I came back. So,
a good place to raise a family.
It is. I agree. A lot of growth. Last 20 years, this place has changed a lot. Smith from the line for Mountain Lions. Got the first one. Let's see. UCCS in and out. Gets the first, but not the second. Coming down with the board, Connor Nichols.
He doesn't look happy.
No. But he's a good shooter.
Yes, he can fill it up when he needs to.
Mark gets the ball. Good defense. Petit Wang for the Mountain Lions. They want to run. Inside. Off UCCS. It'll go Mesa way. Be where you are on the floor, right?
That's right. You got to know
where you are. Nichols. Back to Acedo. The feed underneath to Acedo, working against Petit Wang. Good move underneath.
What Petit Wang has to lead him across the lane. He can't get beat across his face. You got to lead him across the lane. Do your work early on defense.
Petit Wang off the rim. A push-off foul on the Mountain Lions. Petit Wang will check out. McDonald checks in.
Exactly what Coach Culver, probably why he just came out, is because you get beat like that on defense, young man. I'm going to give you some time to think about it.
Yep. Here comes Mesa. Shot clock under 20. Acedo sets up. It's short. It's Smith. I think he got a piece of it.
He sure did.
Wilson to McDonald. McDonald will get the foul. Nice job by McDonald. What a little airborne there.
You know,
those are the ones you got to be a little careful when you get flying full octane through there.
Why not just take a nice little jump stop and hit the nice little 8-foot jumper?
Yep.
You know, he's taking a chance there.
Hits the first one. It's all about the highlight reel.
That's right. Maybe he was trying to get another one of those.
How do I look?
Slamma-jammas.
Next week in films. How do I look on that?
Yeah. One of those YouTube videos, right?
Right. Donald hits the first one. Got the second one. Good free throw shooter. UCCS extends their lead. Under 13 minutes to play in this game. Big, heart-stopping win last night over Western State. Can they go 2 in a row? Backdoor. Mesa. Pull-up jumper. Got it. From outside. C.J. Davis.
No, for you young kids, you just got beat on a backdoor. You have to stay man. You got to stay in between them.
Basic basketball. A thinking man's game. Oh, almost. Walker. Got it! Dangerous Dalton Walker. Booyah!
He gambled. He missed it. Knockdown.
Had a big night last night. Not afraid to take those threes.
Traveling.
Traveling on Colorado Mesa.
Can't shuffle those feet, young man.
Brandon Hofer. And Walker inbounds to Wilson from the Mountain Lions. Very good performance by this Mountain Lion team tonight. Walker, again, gets the roll. It doesn't have to look pretty, it just has to go in.
Nice touch on the ball. Came off the little flare screen. Boom, buckets. They call that, they say it's wet.
Yep, pull up three, in and out by C.J. Davis. Rebound, Mountain Lions, Wilson.
Looking to push the pace here.
Yep. Try to run away with it a little bit.
No fast breaks. They're going to run a little offense. Nice little double screen up at the top.
Back to Bort. Bort, got it! 25. Keeping it alive.
You're going to count that bucket.
And the official talking it over with number 4, Trent Clay, out of Smoky Hill High School.
In a call, Trent Clay for that foul. Count the bucket. Mountain Lion ball after the timeout.
And the official still is talking with Clay. They're still having a discussion there. And the coaches
like
are talking
Shantz
to the official. Official looks a little upset, so he's still.
Shantz probably has a few choice words for him after that. He doesn't, he wants it to go his way, obviously.
All coaches do, right? You got
a little bias towards their team.
All coaches have salesmen in them. They all lobby for their players.
Yeah,
but they're also good coaches are the first ones. It's 50-50. It's two sides of that coin. They'll lobby for their players, but when their player's wrong, they will get after them.
That's right.
Which is basically what? Shut up?
Yeah.
Hey, basically say, the guy in the striped shirt, you really want to be nice to him. Don't say too many things that are negative around him because he's going to call you.
Yeah, and you don't want that. You don't want to get a technical foul.
Nope.
It's best just to keep your mouth shut when you're talking to those guys, isn't it?
I was talking to Jerry Evans doing the game last Saturday at CSU Pueblo, and he's been a official over 20 years for a lot of high school basketball. And I said, do you ever go into games knowing certain guys are going to cause you issues as coaches? He said, yep. Basically, he said, you have an idea that certain guys, you might have to talk to them early on and let them know, hey, I'm not going to do this tonight.
I was probably one of those.
He never gave me names. Never gave me names. UCCS inbounds. Ross tries to spread it out. Wilson. You can see the confidence in the Mountain Lions, how they're playing. Rapid
big
movement.
Key.
Ross. These guys are content to milk some clock down here. Ross all the way around. Back to Wilson. Shot clock at 7. They're going to have to do something here. And it's off. Rebound. It'll go back Colorado Mesa way.
Shot clock violation. I don't think they really had a good flow there in their offense. They didn't get any backdoor cuts that time. Didn't get anybody really going to the basket with Ross when he did penetrate. Next time's got to be better.
Yep. So these teams are a game apart right now, overall record. UCCS 7-11, 8-10 for Colorado Mesa, so pretty evenly matched squads. But UCCS has had the advantage tonight.
Here's the important thing about this game is they only play each other once in the season. So
yep,
UCCS has to win this game to get the tiebreaker.
Absolutely. That's a good point, Coach. Great point. Here comes Barnes. He'll check back in. To Petite Way. Ross. Wow, Walker again. I'm going to change his name from Dangerous Dalton to Deadeye Dalton. Deadeye Dalton Walker.
Knocking them down. They're having a little fun out there with each other.
Yep. Sometimes you just feel it when you're shooting. Long range 3. Off. Ross with the ball. 2 on 3. He's going to try to go through. He'll get the foul. Smart play by Elijah Ross.
Good, tough player.
Jeff Culver talking to Elijah Ross there. I talked to him last night. He said his conversations with him, sometimes.
I think that kid's a character.
He's spirited.
And he's spirited, and I bet he's very passionate about this game. You can see it in the way that he plays, and so I'm sure, when Coach Culver got the opportunity to go recruit him,
oh yeah,
he had a chance to talk to his coach. He knew what he was about.
Done a good job with these guys. Jeff Culver smiling and laughing with his guys. I mean, that's a good coach. When guys play loose, they play better, right?
Yeah, that's right. When anxiety is up, we know that performance goes down. So you want to have that relationship with your players, and your players have to have that relationship with each other as well.
Yep.
And it looks good right now. You can see it on their face.
Colorado Mesa, they're down by a bunch. 9:39 left in this game. Aceto, good running jumper. He's a guy that if he gets lit, he could be hard to stop.
Yeah, he can turn it on. I think he can turn it on going to the basket and shooting the ball. But the Mountain Lions are doing a good job of containing him.
Yep. Barnes. Off. Front of the rim. In the game is number 11, Ridge Droskin. Cuts underneath. Broken up by Ross. Nice job. Panit Wang. Ross. Oh!
Nice little scoop to loop. Coach Culver and the Mountain Lions here want to get a full timeout.
Yep. Nicely done. And Ross playing with a lot of confidence right now.
A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of spark. He's getting after it out there on the floor. Coach Culver looks like he's really happy with him right now.
And the Mountain Lions without Brandon Malone tonight wasn't able to play. And we talked to Coach Culver, remember that before the game. He said, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how we match him. He's done a great job. Great job.
He has. He's really got his substitutions in line tonight, and he and his assistant coaches are doing a great job of spelling their kids when they look tired, and giving them the right personnel on the floor at the right time.
Yep, nicely done. Good rotations, and you can watch Jeff Culver right now over on the sideline with his team. He's excited. He's positive. You can tell the smile on his face. Guys' eyes are wide open, and they're taking in everything he's saying. That's a good sign.
It's a great sign. Guess who? If you had to guess on UCCS, who has the most rebounds? Who would it be?
I'd say Elijah Ross.
That's right. He has 7 rebounds tonight.
At 5'11".
At 5'11".
Right. That's about Coach being in the right place at the right time.
That's right, but it's also about having a nose for the basketball.
Sure.
Coach Culver probably going to have a talk with his bigs a little bit about, hey, you guys are letting this little guy out-rebound you.
So something's wrong with that picture, right?
Yeah. Should be the big guys getting them rebound.
So here they come down the floor. Brandon Hofer to Nichols. Aceto, the off-balance jumper. Rebound, Ross. There's 8. His 8th rebound of the game. Back to Walker, to Ross.
Coach Culver's going to have to ask him what he had for dinner because he's going to want to feed that to him again.
Yeah. Van Pelt gets it stolen by Aceto. Here comes Aceto. Back inside. Aceto with the finish. Great steal, great finish. Very scrappy player. Van Pelt with another foul.
Illegal screen.
Jeff Culver giving an earful to the official.
Yeah, he didn't like that one.
Aceto. Back to Davis. Inside. Foul.
Okay. He's going to get the foul there underneath. I didn't think it really was a foul either. The kid's just standing there, and the other kid bounces off of him. That's not his fault.
Yep.
He has a right to that spot on the floor.
Van Pelt will check out. Culver's still standing there. And at the line, David Dumont, the junior center, 6'9", 215, Vista Marietta High School. Closing in on 8 minutes left in this contest. Culver's still talking it over with the official. He's got to get it out.
Yeah, he's still lobbying for that one. He didn't agree with it.
Whistle. Underneath. And I think McDonald's going to the line.
You get a good
sign
free
for
throw.
UCCS.
Good timeout, I think. Good time for a timeout. Mesa going on a little bit of a run here. Our kid, the Mountain Lions, getting a little foul trouble. Good timeout.
Yep. 7:54 left in this game. George Holden, he's the coach. Brian Blanc. 68-51. Mountain Lions in control of this game. Can they finish it off? We'll see. RMAC basketball, NCAA Division II in Colorado Springs at the Lions Den. Stick with us, folks. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
There at the break, we have, again, Ross with 9 rebounds, leading all players,
At
including
5'11".
Mesa State.
And we've got guys on the board. There's 6'10", 6'8", 6'9", and a 5'11" guy is leading on boards. That's a lot of heart and fire.
That's right. Here's the point in the game after last night's overtime. You got Elijah Ross with 28 minutes tonight. They're playing those extended minutes that Coach Culver talked about that you have to sustain through at this point in the game.
Yep. And the steal by Panit Wang for UCCS. Up to Ross. Wang, almost. McDonald back to Wilson. Good, quick, snappy movement by the Mountain Lions.
Running a little 4-out-1 motion here. Pass, cut, fill, move.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Ross with the ball. And they'll get it with the foul. Ross is very good at that. Draws another foul.
See how he's going to do at the line. He's 2 for 2 right now, so see if he can knock these down too.
Just extend that lead and just pull away a little more. Checking in now, number 31 for Colorado Mesa. That's Colin Rardin, the freshman at Lone Tree, Colorado, Rock Canyon High School.
Right down the street.
Yep, right up the road. So Ross hits the first one. He's had a good weekend here at the Lions Den.
Shooting well. He's 6 for 9, 3 for 3 on the three-point line, and now 3 for 3 at the free throw line.
Seems like the games that we've covered, when he does well, this team does well. In and out. 1 and 2 on that trip. Here comes Rarden.
I gave him the broadcaster's jinx there.
Nichols. Acedo. The shot, chance of a three-point play.
And that's where Mesa State, I think, needs to really get the ball is inside against Wang, because he's outsized.
Yep. If there's one thing about Wang, number 10, is the offseason, Coach, would you say maybe a little more weight?
Yeah, he's got to work on his lower body strength.
Well, the old saying when you're running up and down the floor, right? The legs feed the wolf.
That's right.
Got to have your legs on you. Wang out to Wilson. Wilson to Walker. Back to Ross. Clock closing in at 6.5 minutes in this game. Strong performance by the Mountain Lions, but they got to finish. And a foul on Nichols. He fouls Ross. Ross says, that's okay, I'll go to the line.
Heck yeah. Got to continue to attack the basket, because now it's 2 shots every time you get there automatically.
That's how the game goes.
10th team foul on Colorado Mesa.
And the draw. As long as it goes in.
Got the roll, the friendly bounce.
Yep.
That's why the Mountain Lions stay on this end in the second half.
Yep.
Nice soft rim.
There's a second one. Ross gets them both. And they're pulling away, Coach.
Yeah, UCCS has led for 31 minutes in this game.
Acedo up top to Peterson. Back to Nichols. Nichols is a good shooter. Nichols and Acedo are the shooters. Acedo goes up high. He's stuffed by Walker. Wang comes down with it. They got a fight off the back by Walker.
No, I thought that was really an ill-advised shot. Didn't need to take that shot that early. You got 5:57. Run some clock a little bit. Get a good look at the basket. A little early, I feel that's just a little bit early for me.
So Walker will inbound to Ross.
Coach Culver might like
some traffic.
That's who they have to.
And Ross is going back to the line again, isn't he?
Looks like it.
Wilson. Wilson comes over to talk to Coach Culver. Ross's third trip in about 2 minutes to the line.
Keep
Might as
getting
well stay there.
Hey, you can make a living there.
Yep. That's points. It's the first one.
That's how you have to make the other team pay. If they're going to foul us, you got to knock your free throws down.
Yep. And from a mental advantage, when you're playing a team, Coach, they keep seeing you go to the line and keep dropping those free throws, and they look at that score and it just keeps inching away. Gets a little further out.
And that's what you got to do. You got to hit the free throws. I just got an update that the Golden State lost to Houston 116-108.
There's a lot of games in the NBA. It's a long season.
That is a long season. Can you imagine playing 80-some games?
Well, and nowadays, too, players being bigger, stronger, and faster. And you've got my thing to win an NBA championship when you watch it is how deep's your bench through the season. Can you keep rotating guys?
Give them some rest.
Yep. The guy that I remembered watching do that was a guy named Phil Jackson with the Chicago Bulls, watching his rotations.
You got to have good rotation with that.
Didn't always have the stars in, but he had guys in that could get the job done, role players. Enough to give Michael and Pippen a little bit of a rest, so they went back in and polished it off.
They usually did that when they came up here and played the Nuggets.
Yeah, they did. They made a living up here. Walker puts it up from outside. Got it! Dead-eye Dalton Walker again.
He said, in your eye, because that guy was up in his face.
Man, 2 nights in a row, he's hit some big shots. And the swat by Ross. He's all over the place. Oh, tried to loft it up for Petit Wang, I think.
A great idea, but his cutters stopped. Nobody went with him.
5:01 left in this game. Checking back in, Brandon Hoffer for Colorado Mesa. But Ross is the free throw line, the rebounds, the steals, the blocks. He's been all over the joint tonight.
Yeah, he's playing well. He got the whole package tonight.
Macedo get the shot and an opportunity at three-point play. He's a good ball player.
He is. Great move. Petit needs to stay on the ground. Don't go for those head fakes. Just hold your ground and stay there. They can't move that far when you pivot.
And when you get him in the air, things change. Macedo. Got it. UCCS has had, this is the games I've broadcast so far, the most dominant performance I've seen thus far. Petit Wang.
They got to close it out.
He'll go back to Ross.
They got to close it out. That's what they have to do now.
You got to finish. Nice shot by Wilson. Right, the old saying, Coach, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Long range three, got it.
You can't let him go on a run.
Yep. It ain't over till it's over, so the Mountain Lions need to go on the prowl.
Got to keep your foot on this gas pedal here.
McDonald. Walker. Off the rim. The save by Wang. All the way up and off the hand of Nichols. It'll go back Mountain Lion way. Justin Smith, number 5, will check in for UCCS. And McDonald to check out. Or will he?
Like
no,
Petit.
it'll be Petit Wang. Good job tonight by the bench, by the starters, everybody for the Mountain Lions.
Playing well together, and that's what they need to keep doing. But keep your foot down on this gas pedal here for a little bit.
Oh, Ross.
Not quite a nice pass.
Boom! McDonald, Ross with the feed.
Nice find, good assist. It's going to be his 7th assist, 8th assist of the game. What a nice find for Ross.
Yep. If I could give a kudo to Ross, 2 words, court awareness. Knows where everybody is.
If he can get a couple more rebounds, a couple more assists, he got a double-double. Make that a triple-double because he had 17 points at the break with 7 minutes to go. So I'm sure he's close to a triple-double.
The shot, the foul will go on Walker. He'll foul Nichols, and Nichols will go to the stripe. Culver's calling his guys over.
We're going to get the under 4 timeout here. Let's see what happens when I look at these stats. We're going to see if our man has a triple-double.
We will. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. He's the coach, Brian Blanc. I'm George Holden. The Lions, then, Colorado Springs, UCCS. They're looking to go 2 in a row, 80-61 with 3:14 left in this game. Stick with us. You're watching and listening to RBAC Basketball, NCAA Division II. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're back at the Lions Den where Elijah Ross is 2 assists away and 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
And he heard you, Coach. When he came off the bench, he looked at you, kind of nodded like, okay. Good heads up there.
See if he can get that done in 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
I think it's possible. He's 22 points. Emilio Aceto, 22 points as well. Nichols, in and out. Ross with another board. He heard you, Coach. Brings it down the floor.
Now if he can just get those 2 assists.
And whistle on the court. And
They're going to get number
will go
3
to the
here
line.
for a foul. C.J. Davis.
Ed Burke. He's, you talked about it earlier, for a big guy, nice soft touch. Good shooter.
He has a nice touch on the ball for a big fella.
Got it. Good form. Burke from down under. Hits them both. 20-point lead for the Mountain Lions. We're under 3 minutes to go. Mountain Lions have been cat quick tonight. And he'll try to take it up. He'll get fouled. He'll go to the line. Brandon Hoffer. All those things that we think about. The Mountain Lions are purring.
Yes.
It's the largest cat that can purr.
20-point lead.
And Ross, with a smile on his face, checks out. Shakes hands with his coach.
Great performance tonight by this young man.
Just a solid ball player. Burke with the board. To Wilson. Burke. Then Pelt.
Inside, be
Had
strong.
The putback, he had it. Under 2.5 to play. Aceto from way outside. Off the back. Burke with the board. 2:15. Wilson and company are going to try to polish this one off.
Got to take care of the ball. You can't have turnovers. 2 minutes left. Be solid. Show your teammates and your coach that you can take care of this ball for the next 2 minutes.
Ball security. Try to put this one away. Nope, it stays with Mesa. Mountain Lions got to be happy. They're going to, for all intents and purposes, they're going to win 2 in a row.
Hey, what a great weekend. That's good.
Oh, yeah? A
Coach
thriller
Coleman can
last
go
night.
And relax a little bit now.
Yep. And they come out tonight firing on all cylinders.
Goaltending in the call there.
You get the big guys under there, that happens a lot. Wilson, bring it down the floor. We're under 2 minutes in this game. Can't say it enough. Team performance by the Mountain Lions.
Great, sharing the ball well. They're committed to. It looks like they're committed to each other to get the job done tonight.
Yes, playing loose. There was a lot of smiles on the court tonight. Guys having fun. When guys are having fun on the court, good things are going to happen.
Looks like, and they're still having fun right now.
Great game also for Isaiah Wilson, 16 points. Ross, 22. We talked about that before the game, the two of them in the game together, and they were a pretty dynamic punch, Thunder and Lightning.
When you can get 3 guys in double figures, you got Ross with 22, Wilson with 16, and
Walker 15.
Walker with 15, and you're even close with McDonald.
That's a good night.
It's a good night.
And that's called spread the wealth.
That's right. That's the objective of this game, right? Put the ball in the basket more than the other team.
The shot by Nichols. Board. Smith. Under 1.5 minutes to play.
And really, Mesa State's not shooting the ball bad. They're at 52%.
And Aceto gets called for the foul. He's had a good night for the Mavericks.
Yeah, he has.
He just
he's
didn't have enough help. McDonald will go to the line. As much as we talk about free throws, it seems to always come down to that.
Every night, you got to make your free throws. If I could impress upon the young people out there listening, practice shooting free throws, dribble. Got to dribble the basketball. Ball handling is very important.
Yep. McDonald will get them both. Mountain Lions off the rim. Wilson will get the board. Closing in on a minute in this game.
Time and score here.
The Mountain Lions are getting ready to put a ribbon on this one. Bjork got it!
Nice touch. Isn't that
Buries
pretty?
Yeah, boy. .45 and counting. Nichols.
Nichols looks frustrated tonight.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Came off, played well in the first half. Second half, not the same.
Right. And really, he's a decent player. I was talking to Coach Heaps earlier, one of their assistant coaches, and he said he's their leading scorer. He's one of their leaders. So, they've held him in check tonight.
Oh! Van Pelt knocks him down against the little Baker. That he was due. He was due for that.
Yeah. Nice strong move. Officials felt like like Nichols flopped. They're not going to give him the call. Got to hold your ground.
3-point shot there by C.J. Davis, but 0 for naught.
Yeah, all intents and purposes, this one is in the books.
Under 6, 5, and folks, the UCCS men's basketball team 2 in a row this weekend. Dominant performance tonight. 90-68 over Colorado Mesa. George Holden along with the coach Brian Blunt. It's been a privilege to bring you a doubleheader here tonight. Earlier, the UCCS women's team dropped one to Mesa, Colorado Mesa, but the men's team, I can't say this enough, if you had a chance to watch last night, 105-100, it took overtime to get it done over Western State. You'd think a team may be tired, have some fatigue setting in. Mountain Lions come out. They have one of their players out, not able to play. They come in. Coach Culver and his bunch do a great job. They change it up. Wilson and Ross in the backcourt set the table for everything else and spread the wealth, and everybody got involved. And it was a good night for the Mountain Lions, and overall, Coach, a dominant performance.
Yeah, they did. They dominated tonight. They got after it. They set the pace early, set the tempo, set the tone, having fun, working together, having a good night shooting the ball. They started off shooting 70%. What more could you ask for?
Yep, you can't. You look at some of the stats in this game. Once again, 90-68. And Elijah Ross, can we say enough about him and Coach, what he was able to do tonight for this Mountain Lion Ball Club?
Tonight, he led the Mountain Lions. He was their leader out on the floor. And that's an identity piece that is going to continue for another year because he has one more left. And if they can continue doing that and playing together, knowing their role on the team, they're going to have a pretty good season.
Absolutely. UCCS, they'll go 8-11. They'll go 5-8 in the RMAC, climbing back in. We'll see how things play out. It's one of those things where I think as a coach, this point in the season, later in January, where they're at sitting in the RMAC, coach, do you actually talk to your team about postseason, or do you just say, guys, let's just take this one game at a time and see what happens?
I think you take it one game at a time. You never want to look too far ahead because you don't want to overlook any opponent. But what you have to do here at this point is you have to come in and you just have to create that focus. And though we're one man down, it's always about that next one has to step up.
Right.
And that's what they did tonight. They stepped up without without Brandon, Brandon Malone. They stepped it up and they got after it tonight.
Yep. Elijah Ross, he was boss once again 2 nights in a row. He gets it done. Dalton Walker, everybody, Burke, everybody had a contribution to make tonight. The Mountain Lions went on the prowl. They came out of the den with their claws and teeth and did what it took in decisive fashion, 90-68. Congratulations to them for 2 in a row. We'll have next week off, but we'll be back the following weekend. And filling in tonight, probably hopefully some more Saturday nights, Brian Blanc right here. Coach, pleasure having you. I look forward to having you more down the road here with UCCS Basketball. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. It's official. The men's team, 90-68. They win it over Colorado Mesa at a Grand Junction. Folks, have a fun and safe weekend. We'll see you week after next right back here in Colorado Springs. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of NCAA Division II RMAC basketball in Colorado Springs. Have a great one. See you next time.
Put it in the book.